All right, welcome back to Guff Stuff Weekly. What you playing? Javen, what are you playing?
A casual game.
Casual game. Oh, let's talk about it.
So, we've been having a discussion earlier about
Yep.
games that you can play casually and games that you don't play casually.
Right. Speaking of, we're going to change the format on this Monday or Thursday. So this one will be coming out on Thursday. But we're going to change the format a little bit. We're just going to talk about whatever happens to be going on. So if we have Catan sitting on the table, we'll talk about Catan. We have a new board game we bought this week. We're just going to talk about it. And then who knows where it'll lead. Maybe it'll lead to the pencil tray that's sitting over there. Who knows?
Yeah.
So anyway, that's why we're talking about Adventure Capitalist, a clicker game.
Yeah. So I've been playing this recently. It's a very easy time investment.
Something you can do. It's kind of like one of those
You
games
can literally
just
play the
mindlessly
game passively.
Right.
So the idea is you click something, you wait for a bar to fill up. When the bar fills up, you get money.
Okay, so is this like Sim Farm on Facebook? Farm Simulator?
I don't know.
Oh, well, I mean, when Facebook came out, they had all these, like, sim games where you could go out and, like, you just basically plant some stuff and then you just sit there and wait for it to grow and then you go get it. And then
Yeah, kind of.
It was just a real basic... you could sit there and do dishes while you were playing it.
In general, they're known as idler games.
Idler games, there you go. Nice. My buddy plays an idler game. I can't think what it is right off the top of my head. Toffer.
But there's one for Dungeons and Dragons called Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms.
Oh, I've seen that. I've never played it.
Yep.
Mostly because I was on that Hate Wizards of the Coast bandwagon for a while. But I'm kind of past it. Like, they're going to do what they do, and I can either support them or not. It makes no difference. So.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's
So speaking of that, though,
okay.
they have books coming out. Fifth Ed books.
Okay.
They have a Giants book. And they have a book about dragons. Like, literally about 10 types of dragons that go in-depth on their lairs, their...
The new Draconomicon or what?
Kind of. They don't call it that. They call it the origin of the dragon or something.
Why not just call it what it is?
Because that one sounds evil. It's
I
scary.
suppose Draconomicon probably has some
Specious
some
thing, right?
race-related
But I mean, I might be
connotations to it.
tempted to buy the book just to see if it's a lore book. That would be kind of cool. I think Wizards has kind of slacked on that a lot lately. Having just a lore book, a book on lore.
Okay.
Like, I'll buy books on lore. I like that stuff. Especially if it's not saying, you have to do it this way and you have to whatever. I don't know. It's kind of cool. I kind of was digging it a little bit.
All right.
Anyway, yeah. So Adventure Capitalist, clicker games. Them are pretty popular on cell phones, as it turns out.
Yes.
Think about 50% of the games on cell phones, I think, are idlers these days.
Really?
No, I don't know if it's 50, but I know that I've downloaded quite a few games I thought were going to be cool, and they were literally like, build the building and then wait for 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
It's like...
Yeah.
They're like trying to be civ builders, but they're more just click on a button and wait.
Yep. That's what this is right now. It's okay. Like, there's a good progression. They definitely push microtransactions a lot.
Of course.
Which, it plays like a mobile game, so they push microtransactions a lot.
So, like,
but you don't have
real
to.
Currency microtransactions?
Yes,
Okay.
like
So they're
buy
not-
with your real money.
Okay, they're not like in-game currency transactions because you're playing
There
an
are
adventure
some.
capitalist game.
So there's a premium in-game currency that you do accrue fairly quickly.
Okay.
But, like,
Nice.
they definitely push the... Hey,
Microtransactions.
give me your...
How much you put in there?
I didn't put any in.
Oh. What is that game that's on like every streamer and every Raid Shadow Legends?
Yeah.
That's kind of like a game like that. It's just a idler, isn't it?
I've never played it.
I think it's an idler because that's what my buddy plays. And he's like, "Hey, bud, you should sign up and and then I'll get like this and you'll get like this." And then I'm like, "Is that what's going on your phone?" Yeah, he sits there and literally he'll work for like 8-10 hours a day, and he just has that running in the background. I'm like, yeah. He's like, every once in a while I have to go back and click on something. I'm like, freak, dude.
Yeah, so this one...
Could be
was
fun
like,
though, I guess. I
I
don't know.
check it like once every couple of days because it plays while you're not there.
Right.
So, like, I don't know, it's alright. And
Okay.
then I found the best way to quote unquote win at the game, I guess.
You can win at the game.
Yeah, you can start winning at the game.
Okay.
Is to play their events, which are free.
Right.
And then you just basically you invest a little bit of time, and when you do, you get some pretty massive benefits.
Right.
So.
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
I guess that's not so bad. Idle clickers. I don't play a lot of anything really. I just kind of wing it, and I know my kid's trying to get me to play that what the heck is that game? That mystery game you guys are playing where you're 6 people?
Oh, the First Class Trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an Among Us.
Right, Among Us kind of like that. But Mike, well, Lister, my older
Yep.
spawn, he actually introduced us to a free version of a game, have up to 16 people in it, and you can have private servers.
Which one is it?
I don't remember the name of it.
It's not Town of Salem, is it?
No, it's something. I don't know what it's called, but it's was it One Up? Is that no wait?
Among Us?
Among Us, yeah, it's an Among Us, but it's way bigger. It's 16 people at any given point. And you can have guns and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Well, they used to have, on Gary's mod, there was Trouble in Terrorist Town, which is kind of like an Among Us. It's kind of one of the first big ones.
Is it a free-to-play?
Gmod?
Yeah.
No, Gmod's like $10.
Okay. So, yeah, no, Mike was talking, Lister was talking about a free-to-play. And I think Scar's gonna try and wrangle everybody to play the free-to-play. Because I think she can get more of her friends that she would play with, but they're too cheap to buy $3 games. I don't know how that works, but whatever. They'll go buy a $70 Madden game, but they won't buy a $3, game that can give hours of entertainment. We're like, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. They don't play Madden, but you know what I mean. $70 premium or $90. I think premium games are like what, $89.99 or not $79.99?
$69.99.
$69, yeah. And then I think the last time I looked at a collector's edition.
They get up to like 100 some bucks.
Yeah, it's like I'm 169 or something. What do I get? I get an art book.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, we used to buy collector's editions, but you get pewter figurines, you get the art books, you'd get, limited signed edition prints sometimes. Like, it was just like, wow. And that was for $49.99. That was the full cost, right? The base game was $39. Wow. Companies are, I guess I can appreciate it a little bit. I don't mind having swag if it's something I'm really, really into.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, swag today is going to cost me another $100. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'll just go to the store and buy it on eBay later, or go to eBay and buy it off there later for $10 because nobody could sell it because they sold 10 million copies of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you hear that they might be? Is it rumor tree or is it happening that Red Dead 1 might be getting redone?
Oh,
have you ever played Red Dead?
I never played Red Dead.
You never played Have you played Grand Theft?
I played Grand Theft Auto. I played the
You
original
didn't play
Grand
Red
Theft Auto
Dead?
all the way through Grand Theft Auto 5.
Okay.
I skipped Vice and I skipped 3.
Yeah. I didn't play any of the first ones. I played a little bit of 5, and then I played Grand Theft Auto 3.
I remember playing the first ones for PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
I remember playing the...
That's what my
I
son
like the
played.
Grand Theft Auto London. I think that was my favorite.
Yeah. I like Red Dead. If you gotta kind of like the cowboy western thing, though.
I do.
So, you should play it. No?
I
Why?
probably won't.
Why?
I just have no interest in it.
You like cowboys and western stuff.
Okay.
You no interest in playing cowboy western stuff.
Not really.
Oh, well, that's what I meant by it. I mean, I know you like westerns. So we talked about it. But I was kind of getting excited because Red Dead 2 is kind of the It's really weird how Rockstar did it. Red Dead 1 is the game that comes out after Red Dead 2.
Really?
Timeline-wise. Yeah, they went backwards.
Huh.
So they start off with, I think it's John Marston's Red Dead 1, but he's the kid of one of the guys in Red Dead 2.
Oh.
So it's really backwards. But you get to the end of Red Dead 2, it opens up the map for Red Dead 1, and you get to play that map before it's actually populated for Red Dead 2.
Huh.
Or 1, sorry, backwards. So if they remaster it, maybe they'll call it Red Dead 2.5.
2.5.
I'm kind of excited though. I'm ready. And then what was the other game that I was looking at that might be getting a facelift? Have we talked about that on the podcast? Facelifting games?
No, we haven't really.
What do you think about that stuff? Do you like remakes?
I'm not opposed to them.
Yeah, it's got to be like, it's not like the movies where they just remake with new characters. I think that's gay and sorry about that. I think that's just not very cool. It's just totally going to get me banned off the platform. That's great. No, I think it's really stupid. Like, you watch, like, okay, Total Recall.
Okay.
Arnold Schwarzenegger did it back in whatever, 80s, 90s, early 90s. And then, 2000s, Colin Farrell did it. Like, why? It's the same story with just different actors. Like, why?
I couldn't tell you.
When they remakes, like, if you're going to remake a game, and I think they did okay with StarCraft and, like, Command & Conquer and stuff, where they basically just made the graphics from modern computers.
So that's a remaster. I
Yeah.
think there's a distinction to be made between the remasters and remakes, right?
I think there could be, but I guess the concept I'm going for is I like that remastering of a game, but I don't want to. Or in some cases, if they remake a game and they fix parts of it that were broken during the remake,
Okay.
that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But I don't want them to completely change the game,
Right.
like unless it was just a crap game, like E.T. But I liked E.T. So whatever.
Maybe
Judge me all you want.
Maybe the only person in the world.
I don't even know why. It was a dumb game. You just run around, you fall in holes, you use your little neck, and you levitate out and grab shit. I mean, it was dumb. It was a dumb game. For whatever reason, but I liked Pitfall too. So that was kind of like Pitfall, except for you didn't die when you jumped in the hole. Well, maybe you did. I don't remember. Anyway, yeah. So if you had a game that you'd want to remake or remaster, what would it be? Like a childhood game that you know just would run crap on anything you have today because of the way
I
technology
already got
was.
that.
Did you?
Yeah, Resident Evil 4.
Oh, that's right. We did. So we did kind of talk about that.
Yeah. Well, we didn't talk about it on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they remade Resident Evil 4 and they basically facelifted the whole game.
Did you
fixed
play
all
it
the
then
bugs.
when it was facelift?
Yeah, I have it. I haven't sat down and
Just went. Well, yeah.
gotten all the way through it again because
Right.
I just.
Well, it's the same story. So
Well, there's been a lot of other things I've been playing.
yeah, bullet hells,
Bullet Hells and Idlers and
idlers, and shoot. What was before Brotato? What was the game you were on?
I don't remember, to be honest.
It's not even that long ago, man.
I know.
What the heck?
I got goldfish memory.
No, I think when you just go, you go all in, and then you go all in until you're done, and then you move on.
And then I move on, yeah.
And you're just like, I'm done now. I don't need to go back.
So yeah, let's talk about what we were going to talk about.
Okay.
Now that we've done a 13-minute intro.
Yep, let's do it. What are we talking about?
I want to talk about casual versus non-casual
Oh,
games.
yeah.
So, I guess a good example is so a bunch of our folks have gotten back into Rainbow Six Siege.
Yep.
And I used to play that game fairly competitively, ranked and
Yep.
all that fun stuff. And I went in to go play it again, and I just didn't like it because I wasn't any good at it. And I just don't want to put the time in again to
Right.
become good at it.
Right.
And it's this idea of games that you have to invest X amount of time into to really enjoy.
Right.
Dota is another great example of a game that if you don't know what you're doing and you don't invest your time and get good at it,
But you always go back to that.
I put the time in though.
That's right. It was Dota before Brotato. That's what
Yeah,
was.
yeah, I was
That's
playing
right.
Dota
Okay,
again,
sorry.
yeah.
I was just. Yeah, now I know. I remembered.
And also the Warhammer Inquisition. I've been playing that.
Oh yeah, that's right with Fluffy
And Luke.
and Luke.
Luke got it now.
Nice.
But yeah, it's this idea of a lot of the games that I play now are just casual games. You know, like Brotato's a casual game. Adventure Capitalist is a casual game. I picked up Heroes of Might and Magic 3.
Oof.
That's a fairly casual
I
game.
love that game. That's probably. I think in the podcast we did about favorite games, that might have been my top.
Yeah,
Did we do one of our favorite game ever?
I think so.
Yeah. I know that's on my top 2, if it's not my
Yeah.
top 1.
Which I haven't bit the bullet and really gotten into it because
Yep.
I've been in the bullet hells, which
Right.
we talked about last episode.
Well, you can invest a lot of time in that casual game. You can suck you in for hours. Well, so can things like Rotato, obviously.
And then there's games that are kind of in the middle.
Yep.
Like, I think of Caves of Cud is kind of in the middle. Because it's not a very casual game. You have to know what you're doing, and you have to spend some time to learn it.
Brutal.
But once you know what you're doing, and once you realize the core mechanics of the game,
right,
that nothing happens unless you press a button, it's kind of casual because you can sit and think about what you want to do. You don't have to jump the gun on anything. You can think through your options.
So when I logged in and that thing ran around raging, I had to actually move to get it going?
Yes. Every time you move, the enemies take a move. Nothing happens in that game unless if you do something.
So why didn't you tell me about that before?
I don't know.
Because it's fun just to watch me suffer.
And you could have left, by the way, right away. You could have just left the town. You literally could have just walked away.
Yeah, well, I learned. Not that I've tried it again, so it's not like I've given up on the game.
Yeah.
Okay, I get you.
I've been playing some Dominion, which is like a card game.
Yep. Yeah.
But there's plenty of casual games out there to play and enjoy where you don't have to stop everything
Invest
you're doing
hundreds of hours. I think I'm pretty much on only the casual gameplay now.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Most of my survival games are casual. You can just quit and play, and the learning curve is not extreme on survival games.
See, I didn't find them super casual because when you're gone, things are still happening.
Yeah.
The fact that you have to go back and...
Okay, yeah, I suppose maybe defining casual might be better.
Yeah.
For me, a casual game is something I can log into, play for 20 minutes, and log out. That's a casual game. Like,
but do you worry about it when you're not playing it?
Mostly no.
Like, you don't worry about, like, whether your dinos are going to die when you're not there if you don't feed them or anything like that?
No, I'm pretty just play by the rules, man.
Okay.
I understand the consequences. I played on a public server for a long time, and
yeah.
You learn a lot of valuable lessons while playing on public servers. But also, a casual game, like, I used to like PUBG a lot. Not because it was the latest fad.
Yeah.
But it was a first-person shooter style game that had that arena warfare style.
Yeah, you could play it
and
episodically. You didn't have
but
to
you
play
had to be good at it to be having a lot of fun after a period of time. Because
yeah,
playing that and getting killed because you're not paying attention to the ring coming in or other players are just murdering you. It
Hunt Showdown was a lot like that too.
Like that, it kind of makes me remind what they're playing with.
See, to me,
Siege.
a casual game is a game that like you don't have to put that initial investment in.
Right.
You know, you can just sit down and enjoy a match, win or lose.
That's how I feel about PlanetSide.
Oh, okay.
PlanetSide, you've heard of that one?
Yep.
PlanetSide 2 is now.
Well, that one is kind of hard.
It's an MMO.
It's kind of hard to have an impact by yourself.
Oh yeah, and it's so super like that is my go-to shooter game.
Okay.
Because I get what I put into it.
Mm-hmm.
And if I want to be a casual player and log in and just let loose miniguns for an hour, I can do that. And I don't need to be good at it. Even the best player dies constantly because it's that you get to respawn constantly. There's no real negative to respawning other than losing territory.
Okay, I'm going to give you the name of a game.
Go.
Rapid fire, and you tell me if they're casual or not.
Okay, casual to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Skyrim.
Yes.
I would agree.
Yeah, because I can just log off whenever I want. Yeah, nothing happens when I log off.
Yeah, it's you can play it and walk away from it. Nothing's going to happen.
Yeah, I can spend 5 minutes exploring
or 5 hours.
Yeah, or 5 hours, yep.
How about Heroes of Might and Magic 3?
Yeah, that's pretty casual.
Yeah.
I think a lot of single-player games are casual.
StarCraft.
Designed right. No.
No, I don't think so either.
No, because StarCraft is that episodic thing that... And to get to the end, you have to work to get to the
RTS,
end. Yeah.
So you can't just...
No, you can't just mindlessly sit there and talk to your kids while you're doing it, because you'll just get mowed down. Mm-hmm. Skyrim, you can literally just stand in the woods and just talk. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
What are some other good ones? Satisfactory. I think
that's fairly casual.
I think up to after a certain point, it's casual.
Yeah.
I think until you get autonomous power,
Yeah.
it's not very casual.
What's autonomous power?
So, like, you don't have to feed leaves or fuel into
Oh,
anything
so when you
anymore.
get, like, the coal and it just goes...
When you set up your first coal power
Oh,
plant.
yeah. That made the game 1,000 times just less stressful.
Well, yeah, because you can just leave it running
Yeah.
and you don't have to do anything.
Yeah, you can just run around the map and do whatever you want and come back and everything's still running.
Yep.
Just sitting there for you.
Yep. And it's
kinda-
just it's
It's kind of a mix of a casual.
It's passively playing itself.
Yeah, like I like that. Yeah.
I
No Man's Sky.
would say that's casual.
Yeah, it's pretty casual.
As far as crafting survival games go, it's pretty casual.
I actually,
Keep going over here back.
yep, and MMOs. It's hard to find casual there. That's why I like PlanetSide, because I feel it's casual. There's nothing, you don't lose nothing by not playing. You know, you're not really falling behind anybody else other than maybe not getting the latest skin or the latest fancy gun, whatever. But they're just all skins, basically. And
Progression is cosmetic, essentially.
mostly, yeah. I mean, you can level, but if you're a rank 1 or a rank 128, you still can shoot people. It makes no difference. The armor does not protect you from the rank 1 bullet, just like it doesn't protect you from the rank 128 bullet.
Cool. Well, this
like.
is kind of a hodgepodge, unscripted episode, but
Yeah.
I hope you guys liked it.
Yeah, I think doing random, just whatever we talk about, it's kind of cool. You know, if it works, it works.
Next podcast, we're going to talk about one of the juggernauts
Uh-oh.
of the indie game industry. One of the arguably best games ever made. Loved by hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people.
Okay, you have me there. I don't know what we're
We'll
talking
talk about it next time.
All right, later.